Morning guys. So I wanted to do my final shout out video for the campaign in the same place that I did my first shout out video, on my roof. It's a great view. I love coming up here. I often come up here with a coffee of a morning and just sit and watch the sun come up. It's really good. So it's Monday. I'm working from home, not out at the cafes this morning, so that's cool. And we have 6 hours to go left in the campaign, so we are 52% funded, and I'll get into that because this whole Kickstarter project it's been a journey. It's been a journey for me. It's been a journey I've loved sharing with you guys. But before I get into that, today's shout outs. So first, I'd really like to thank Cole. Cole was one of my testers. He's one of the most positive, upbeat, happy-go-lucky guys that I know, and to see him come in and pledge was really heartwarming. I'd like to thank Joel. Joel actually came in and upped his pledge, which is just fantastic. I'd never seen that done. I didn't realize it was possible, so thank you, Joel. I'd like to thank James. James is over in the States and he's going to get his own journal, and I'm actually really stoked because I have a lot of the journals going over to the States, which is really cool. Like with Ben, who was one of my first pledges, he's a school teacher over in the States, so he actually wants to use it for his students. But James, thank you, man. I'd like to thank Paris. Paris has jumped in and pledged. Paris is in Australia, so they're going to get their journal as well, which will be really cool. And I'd also like to thank Nick Canu. Nick has jumped in and pledged. He's going to get his own journal, and I'm interested to get feedback from all of these guys because a lot of these guys are people I don't know, or they are friends, but they all have very different mindsets, so I'm keen to see how the journal works for them. So guys, the Kickstarter project. It's really weird. I'm designing a journal about working through emotion, applying logic, and then instigating action to make change in your life. And this process for me has been a huge part in the Kickstarter project. It's something I would never have thought of doing. You know, I was full of ideas on how I could make this journal come to life, how I could get it out there to people, and someone mentioned Kickstarter, and I went through that thing of, yeah, but you know, who would want to jump in and help fund a project like this? I should be doing it all on my own, and I should be able to make it work, you know. I didn't want to be depending on other people to help make it happen. So, you know, 6-9 months ago, I would not have contemplated Kickstarter. It's not something I would have looked at. But I had to take my own advice. I had to work through my own process and go, you know what? I need to make this happen. Now, I procrastinated on this for months. I thought of putting the Kickstarter out probably back in February. And it's taken me that long to actually grow the balls and do it and put it out there. In a lot of the videos, I've talked about how we have all this stuff in our heads, and as long as it's in our heads, it never becomes a reality. So getting in and hitting that create button started an entire new journey for me. And I didn't know what would happen. With 6 hours to go, I still don't know what will happen. So as of right now, we're 52% funded, which means that the project may not go ahead. And that's fine. Like, that was always going to potentially be the case, but with 6 hours to go, who knows? I think the big difference of going through this process of the Kickstarter project and working through Feel, Think, Do is that 6 months ago, 9 months ago, I would have seen this as a failure. I would have put myself out there and I would have come back going, holy shit, you know, it didn't come through, I didn't do it, I have failed at what I was attempting. And that can really lead to a victim mentality, but one of the biggest benefits that I've got from the journal and having stepped through this and it being at 52% is this is not the end. Even if the project doesn't fund, I go back to the drawing board. I look at what didn't work, I look at what I can do better. I look at how this can take me in a new direction. Now, even with 6 hours to go, I think we're going to fund. I don't know, maybe there's a big angel investor out there that'll look at it and go, hey, that's kind of cool, you know, I'm going to give that a go. If you are that angel investor, get in there and hit that button, jump in, check the rewards, pledge, help me make this a reality. But guys, this is what I want to share. The idea of the journal is to take you from where you are and to give you the tools to work out the things that are important to you, to own the emotion that associates with it. Like for the last 30 days, I've been up, I've been down. You've seen the videos, I've been hyperventilating. You can apply this to every aspect of your life, and you will. It won't be easy to start, but as you get into the habit of it, as you own your emotion, as you detach and apply a logic, and as you work out small, simple actions that you can instigate on a daily basis, your method of feel, think, do will start to evolve for you. You will work through things. You will work through negatives, but working through the negatives, you will find the positives in your life. And this is what you need to do. You need to recognize those positives. And you need to put yourself in a place where you can take action and you can work towards these things. It'll be different for all of us. Some of us want to travel. Some of us want to get ahead in our work. Some of us just want to provide and be better parents for our kids, or we want to start a new relationship. The method works in every aspect of our lives. And the journal will become a reality, and I look forward to getting it out to all of you, because I've seen how it worked for me. I've seen how it worked for my testers, and even during this 30 days, I've had a lot of conversations with different people who have jumped in and pledged, and they've had questions about it, and we've talked through it. So guys, thank you. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for sharing the videos. 6 hours, I think we're gonna fund. And the joy of it is that once we fund, the real fun begins, because we get into the production side, we get into the printing. You'll meet the printers, you'll meet the editors, you'll meet the design teams. It's gonna be the next step in the journey, and I'm really excited to make that happen. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, everybody. You'll still get these videos. I'm not gonna stop because this is becoming a reality, but for now, 6 hours to go. Jump in, hit the button. Big push, last share with all your friends, and let's make this happen, guys. All right, catch you later.